Hey y'all, welcome to WCD Tarot. This reading is a Money Matters series for my mutable signs, okay? Mutable signs: Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces. Okay, the modality readings are broken down into quadruplicities, which is groups of four, excuse me, okay, where you are categorized by either being a cardinal sign, a fixed sign, or a mutable sign. This video is for the mutable signs, okay? Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces. This is about your money, okay? A little information about the mutable signs, okay? Sagittarius is fire, Gemini is air, okay? Virgo is earth, water is Pisces. The strengths are the adaptability, okay? Also, initiative, takes initiative, okay? Harmonious, okay, and also low key. Okay, the weaknesses of a mutable sign are absent-minded, unreliable, and can be erratic. Okay, mutable signs are the fine-tuners of the zodiac, completing tasks with little room for errors. They are highly adaptable and welcome change. Mutable signs must be careful that they don't overwhelm themselves and should take time before making decisions. All right, that's a little bit about the mutable signs. Welcome to Derby City Tarot. My name is Tala. I am a clairvoyant and intuitive tarot reader, spiritual guide and healer, and also practicing white and gray witch. Today's reading will be for the sign of Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces using I don't need to say that part. Everything that I say will not resonate with every single one of you, as we are all on different timelines. What I say could have already happened, is currently happening, or will be happening in the very near future. Please take what resonates with you and don't manifest the rest. My readings are timeless and you see them when you are meant to hear them. All right, let's cleanse the energy. Sometimes I need to write a script for these readings because I always say something a tiny bit different when I do like the divine feminine and the sacred masculine readings, and then like when I do these modality readings. I really like the modality readings because I really like to focus on money. Okay, a lot of times with the general readings, it's always the focus is on relationships. Okay, I like to do the modality readings because people do have questions about their money. Not everything revolves around love, and sometimes in order to understand what the problem is with our money, it usually sometimes has something to do with somebody that we were, either walked away from or we're involved with that we need to get away from. So it's good to have these readings about money. Okay, let's cleanse the energy. Three, 4, 3 on the timer. I would ask that if you are not a mutable sign that you do not watch this reading. Okay, these readings are specific to modalities. Okay, it has really nothing to do with the astrological signs. It's really more about your group, your particular group, your soul tribe. Okay, the mutables, the cardinals, and the fixed signs. You know what I'm saying? Like all of y'all have something that is in common. Okay, when it comes to your purpose and what you bring individually to your elements, which would be earth, fire, water, or what is it? Or wind. Earth, water, fire, wind. Yeah. All right. Intuitive messages. Shout out to my spirit team, because y'all always got my back. What messages do we have for the mutable signs? Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, in regards to their money and the second house. Messages for my mutable signs, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, in regards to their money and the second house. I'm hearing something about manifesting. Okay, you could be manifesting under this full moon energy, or you need to. Okay. Today is April the 12th. This is the day of the full moon in Libra. Okay, so the energy is intense. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Okay, that's right. So we already starting out with mutable sign energy. Perfect. You are enough. A time to give rather than take. More Virgo energy. Okay, all right. So the 6th house is highlighted here. Whatever sign is in your 6th house, you may need to go watch my reading for that sign. There will be more messages there for your, for things that are in, for things regarding your money. Okay, there will be messages for you in the 6th house. Okay, there's something about whatever sign is in the 6th house. Watch my reading for that sign. So the 6th house is talks about like work. Okay, paying attention to the details. Okay, this also talks about your inheritance, spiritual inheritance. Okay. Your work, duty, service, a time to give rather than take. So something here could be significant about charity, work, or, you know. Bottom of the deck here is communication is key. New moon in Gemini, more mutable energy. Okay, asserting yourself, letting people know what it is that you want and what it is that you need. 717 on the timer. Or how you can help, how you can be of service to others. Okay, letting people know that they can count on you, that you're there to help if they need you. Okay, this is about your confidence. This is about how you feel about yourself. I feel like you feel pretty good about yourself right now. And this is the reason why you're able to assist and help others. And I feel like you're letting that be known to the people that you care about. Let's read about this full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. It says it's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you are also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you're given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results, okay? Attuned to the moon. This could be something about your ego. Balancing your ego, your shadow, okay? Doing your shadow work, Virgo. All right, you're the hermit in the tarot deck. So, introspection, checking yourself. Making sure that you are in alignment. You feel what I'm saying? Okay? It says, attuned to the moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Okay? Give into everything as equally as you can. All right? Additional meanings for this card. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second-guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. Exactly. A time to give rather than take. Period. Okay, this time is about how much you can help people. How can you be of service? Okay? Being of service could be significant here. It says, yeah, the teaching. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's the time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also the time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. Period. So doctor's appointments, doctor visits, you know, prayer, meditation, eating healthier. Okay, all of those things. You are good enough, but it starts with acting and treating yourself like you're good enough. Okay, giving to yourself like you're good enough. 111 I saw on the timer. Okay, you could definitely be seeing 111. Okay, and we're coming up on 1111. Okay, so you could definitely be seeing that synchronicity too. Let's look at this new moon in Virgo energy. New moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make the restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves eating clean and alternative therapies, so add these into your routine now, however you've been feeling, okay? If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and think more about what you can do for others, period. Attune to the moon. Recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. All right. Additional meanings for this card. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to details if you want success without being pedantic. Okay. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. Okay. Let me say that again. Be advised. All right. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. Okay. Whatever that means for you. Okay. The teaching from this card. Virgo is the sign of health, service, and analysis. Its energy is precise and has a feel of the harvest about it. When this card comes up, it could be that a wonderful bounty is coming your way. However, the energy of the new moon in Virgo is usually about getting your life in order, so that's what you need to do at the time of the Virgo new moon, and whenever else you pull this card. It's time to get your shit together. Mutable signs. Okay, time to make those decisions. Time to go within. Okay, 323 on the timer. You could be seeing that synchronicity, or 123 or 321 could also be significant. All right, Spirit. Let's get some clarity on this. I will not be taking any reversals out of this deck. Okay, what's you are good enough? The full moon in Virgo. Okay, it says loan denied and competition. So there's other people here that are possibly going after the same things that you're going after, okay? And you could be feeling like the competition is too thick, but it says you are good enough. So I feel like this loan denied isn't an actual loan denied. I feel like this could be negative self-talk, okay? Excuse me. You're not being optimistic about the competition. You're good enough. And you need to believe that and know that, period. Ain't no believe it, know it. What else here for you are good enough? Full moon in Virgo. You absolutely can stand out amongst the crowd. And there's something here, if you can't beat them, join them, is what I'm hearing. Okay? Period. Yeah, internship. Exactly. If you can't beat them, join them. Period. That's exactly what comes out. Wow. Okay, learn how to work with people that you're afraid of. All right, what else? Because you are good enough and you have something to offer. What else? Deadlines and follow-up. Yeah, you don't really have time, mutable signs, to be, you know, time is of the essence here. Get going. Get going. You have what it takes. Get going. Okay? What is this new moon in Virgo? A time to give rather than take? The right direction. Exactly. Exactly. Building good karma. Giving back to your community. Being of service to others. What else for a time to give rather than take for the new moon in Virgo? Money tree. Exactly. I'm telling you. Giving is how you receive. Just period. Period. Come on. What else for right direction in the money tree? Interview. Yeah, you're going to get that call back. Okay. Spirit is watching. I'm here checking the list and checking it twice. Somebody's going to be on the nice list for this Christmas. What else? Budget. Okay. You ain't got to give it all away, but just give a little something. It don't even got to be money. It could be your time. It could be, you know, whatever. A gift that you have, sharing it. Okay, what else? Helping others is how you help yourself. So if all you can give is some good advice, then I feel like you need to be giving some good advice. Okay? And vacation, period. Period. Ask and ye shall receive. Bottom of the deck here is receipts. Paid bills. Overspending. Okay, watch your spending habits and negotiate. And more spending. But I feel like there's a windfall of money coming in here for you, mutable signs. You just need to stay focused. And like I said, I feel like the best way for you to utilize this energy for your wellness, okay, and for your business is to give. Okay, look into helping people. Helping others is how you help yourself. Be a blessing to others, and you will be blessed. Just period. Let's get into the tarot. I feel like God is watching with interview here and receipts. Okay? Something here could be looking real good. Somebody going to have a real good Christmas this year. A real good Christmas. Somebody here is going to build up some good debt, karmic debt. Okay? Some dharma. Okay? Build up some good karma. Period. Okay? By being of service to others. And like I said, it ain't got to be about money. But just being willing to give a helping hand, all right, could work wonders for your money. You might not even have to go do nothing extra. You just being nice to people, being of service to people will bring in what it is that you need. Aligning yourself to the frequency of gratitude every morning, waking up and saying, thank you, God, I thank you. All right, for waking me up this morning and starting me on my way, or universe, or the Most High, or Allah. Okay? What's this? You are good enough with this full moon in Virgo. The King of Swords here in the upright. Mind over matter. Doing it by the book, being truthful. Okay? The King of Swords is someone that is wise. Regimented. Okay? Somebody here that has a schedule. They stick to it. There's something here about you doing something healthy here, okay? Getting to a schedule, sticking to it. Okay? Okay, this is somebody here who is a logical thinker. Aquarius energy here. What else? I feel like this is mental strength. What else for you are good enough? The Nine of Swords in the reverse. This could talk about like unresolved issues or being in regret, okay? Emotional baggage. But a lot of times with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, I get somebody here that is moving on, coming out of a stalemate, okay? The end of a crisis, like something here, the worst of something is over, okay? And I feel like something here has came to a head. And the only way you're dealing with whatever this is, whatever this stress is, I feel like this has something to do with where you work at, or something to do with the competition. There could be other people who are, say for instance, if you're an influencer, you could be at the very beginning, okay, of this jungle, and it looks like you can't see the forest for the trees, okay? But know that you can knock out this competition by participation. Okay, somebody here, the key to unlocking your success is through engagement. Okay, you can't be the type of influencer that just gets online and posts your content and be in your ego and like, oh, okay, people supposed to just come, okay, and no, some of y'all need to actually engage with other people to bring in what it is. You need to work with others, okay? If you can't beat them, join them. Engage. Don't just post your shit. Spend some time on the site. Get to know other creators. Do your due diligence. Okay, what else? For you are good enough and the full moon in Virgo. Something could have you up at night, but you get downloads. You got mental strength. You can figure this shit out. Once you are good enough, I feel like you're getting over the way you used to think. Like, you now have the mental strength to work through some sort of like trauma, past life trauma, or some sort of emotional trauma here. The Five of Swords in the upright. This talks about hostility, defeat, conflict, self-sacrificing. Something here could be a plot twist. This could also talk about abuse. But I feel like there's mental strength over whatever this is. I feel like this is more of that self-sacrificing energy. Okay, where you've in the past you've been a people pleaser and an overgiver. Okay, you've been burned by people. I feel like you've learned valuable lessons from this. You are good enough. Yeah, exactly. There were situations where you felt like you had to overgive or people please in order to get something, but I feel like all it did was burn you in the end. Now you're pouring into yourself. You have clarity here with the King of Swords. There's clarity. So now healing can take place. What's the King of Swords here with the Nine of Swords in the reverse? There's a lot here about thoughts. How you see yourself is very important, mutable signs. What you think of yourself plays a very, very strong role. Okay, the Page of Coins in the reverse. Not being able to follow through with things. Okay, this is somebody that doesn't learn from their past mistakes. Not having common sense. Procrastination as well. Feeling like a failure. Page of Coins in the reverse is somebody that felt like a failure, but you're not. You're not that. That's why this King of Swords is here. This is you overcoming some sort of childhood trauma that made you not feel confident or make you feel like you could do something or become something or create something. I feel like you're overcoming this, and this is hard. Okay, what's the Nine of Swords in the reverse with the Five of Swords? This is overcoming negative self-talk and judgment, needing the heeding the call. Yeah, you're calling judgment, I feel like, on yourself. Maybe forgiving yourself. Okay, this is you starting a new story. Okay, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. This could be you going through some sort of spiritual awakening and realizing that the flow of energy, of good energy, money, of prosperity, that flow coming towards you could be blocked by by negative feelings about yourself. And once you recognize these negative feelings, okay, then you can heal yourself, work through them, and remove those blockages so that things will flow to you more easily. So you're calling judgment, I kind of feel like, on yourself. And you're taking accountability for how you feel about yourself. And that being the reason why things are not flowing to you properly. Okay, someone here could be a Taurus Gemini cusp, or a Taurus Gemini cusp could be significant. I saw 521 on the clock. Okay, someone here could be born between May 16th and May 25th, or those particular dates could be significant for you, mutable signs. Whatever this is, you've called judgment here. Maybe you called judgment on this page of coins. Virgo energy, someone that has Virgo in their chart. Maybe you called judgment on a particular person. Maybe it was a person that was holding you back. Maybe this person was projecting. Maybe this person made you want to think that you weren't good enough, but you are. And so you called judgment on this situation. What's the page of coins in the reverse with the judgment? The Queen of Swords in the reverse. You might have cut somebody off real bad. Like you might have not said it in a nice way. But I feel like this person is scatterbrained anyway. Like, you cut off for somebody that doesn't tell you the truth. You cut off somebody that is dishonest, or you cut off this way of thinking. Who's the Queen of Swords in the reverse? The Ten of Cups. Somebody that you were trying to build something with. You may have thought that this person was somebody that you were going to have some sort of harmonious, divine love with. But this person was the Queen of Swords in the reverse. They're a liar and a deceiver. And you can't trust the words that come out of their mouth. Yeah, Five of Wands in the reverse. This person, you cut them off, but I feel like this person wants a reconciliation. I wouldn't do it. What's the Queen of Swords here in the reverse with the Ten of Cups? This Queen of Swords in the reverse doesn't deserve the Ten of Cups. They're a liar. And they're cold. They could be somebody that talks down on people, or they lie a lot, or they are manipulative with their words. Okay, definitely could be an air sign. The Lovers, Gemini, with the Four of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this person wants a new start. I don't know. This judgment could be you raising your standards on this person. Basically telling them, if you want this Ten of Cups with the Lovers with me, then you're going to have to be more proactive about this relationship, about how they pursue you. This is you knowing your worth with the Four of Cups in the reverse, period. You raise your standards on this person. So, I don't know, either they're going to meet you where you at, or they're going to fall by the wayside. What's the Lovers with the Four of Cups in the reverse? The Page of Wands in the reverse. Lack self-confidence. Yeah, this person, well, goodbye. Anyway, we're not even going to go into that. What's the time to give rather than take? I really wasn't even trying to go down the rabbit hole that far, but I saw it, so I had to see. What's the time to give rather than take? This person doesn't believe that they're good enough for you anyway. That's why they tried to make you feel like you're not good enough, because they don't feel good enough for you. So they tried to humble you. This is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So somebody here, this could be about, you could be about self, okay? This can talk about indulgent, materialism, selfish, being imbalanced. But I feel like this is you more so being concerned with yourself, okay? But this is saying that your energy needs to switch from self to others. Helping others is key here, okay? What else? So if you are in this Nine of Cups energy, you need to come out of this, okay? The Six of Coins in the reverse. One-sided, conditional living, subservience, unpaid debts, greed, dependence, and being undervalued. This is what Spirit is saying, that is trying to warn you of this type of energy. Okay, you definitely need to be doing your community work here. Okay, Two of Swords in the reverse. This is a warning. This is a warning. You need to be paying attention to red flags. Definitely pay attention to your spending. Okay, I do feel like you don't overdo it with a vacation. Okay, or just, you know, be mindful, be demure. Okay, I feel like indulge the way you want to, but there's something very significant here about you being charitable. Okay, be charitable. What's the Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Six of Coins in the reverse? Be charitable. Okay, know how to give to the right people. This could be somebody else. This could be somebody else. Don't help this person, okay? I don't care who you help the right people. Use your intuition. Let your conscience be your guide on who you need to help. What's the Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Six of... Yeah, the Knight of Wands, exactly. This is somebody else that wants to come in and be the recipient of this charity work that you need to do. Somebody here knows, or they are aware of the fact that in order for you to receive, you need to give. They are trying to be the person that receives. These Knight of Wands energies that want to come in and act like they want to sweep you off your feet, or, you know what I'm saying? But they are not really up to, these are like in and out energies. Here for a short time, but not for a long time. Be very weary of these type of energies. Do not give to these people who can't reciprocate, okay? Maybe that's what this energy is. All right, what's the Six of Coins in the reverse with the Two of Swords in the reverse? I just kind of feel like you shouldn't even be having sex right now unless you're in a relationship that is going towards marriage. If you're not in a committed relationship that's going towards a marriage, then you don't need to be having sex. Period. Okay? The autumn equinox is here. A few months. Okay? It's something about you planting seeds now. And if you do your due diligence now, then by the fall, you could reap some sort of harvest here. Okay? So make sure that you are helping people, making it be known that, letting people know that you can help, whatever your spiritual gifts is. Okay, this could be you starting some sort of spiritual business. Okay, and you advertising that business. Okay, and you starting to make money off your spiritual gifts or whatever it is that you do. Whether you know how to mow lawn real good, or you know how to sing real good, or you have something that you offer that can help people. Communication is key. This is letting people know that you do what it is that you do. 3311 on the timer. You could be seeing 3131, 1313, 1133. Okay, 3131. All of those could be significant here. Okay, but this is you letting people know that you are open for business. You can help. What's the Knight of Wands? Could be you. This Sagittarius energy, you could be this Knight of Wands. Okay, where you're going after something. Okay, you feel adventurous. Okay, energetic, confident. Okay, heroic. Okay, you feel sexy. Okay. What's the Knight of Wands with the autumnal equinox? The King of Wands in the upright, exactly. I'm hearing vitality. Your beauty coming back, glowing from within. Yeah, gets things going. An entrepreneur, charismatic, free thinker, successful, passionate, visionary, creative, and savvy. Leo energy. Yeah, this is you going after something. The Seven of Wands. Make a stand, face it head on. Yeah, take life by the heart. It's something here is worth fighting for. You are worth fighting for. Some of y'all got a really, really good idea that is going to help a lot of people. Okay, whatever your spiritual gifts are. You could be a baker. You could be an artist. You could be a singer. Whatever it is that you do, people need that gift. And it's time for you to make this gift available to the public. All right. Overall, I do hope that these messages were helpful. If they were, please send stars or super chats. They absolutely do help out my platform. You can also send me cash apps, which is available in my description. Okay. Like, share, comment, and go ahead and hit that follow or subscribe button for your girl. And I'll see you, mutable signs, on the other side.